Once upon a time, in a creaky old mansion that groaned and sighed with every gust of wind, lived a ghost named Boo. Now, Boo wasn't your ordinary ghost. He could float through walls, make chains rattle with a flick of his wrist, and let out a wail that could curdle milk. He was, by all accounts, a top-tier specter. But Boo had a secret. A big, dark, embarrassing secret. Boo, the ghost, was afraid of the dark. Yes, you heard that right. A ghost, a creature of the night, was terrified of nighttime. It's like a fish being afraid of water or a bird being scared of heights. It just didn't make any sense. The official term for it is nyctophobia, the fear of darkness. Whenever the sun would set and the shadows in the mansion grew long and creepy, Boo's see-through heart would start to pound like a drum. He'd get all clammy, which is extra weird when you're already made of cold mist, and he'd start to tremble so much that the teacups in the dining room would chatter on their saucers. Most ghosts loved the dark. It was their playground, their office, their whole deal. They'd brag about the best shadowy corners to lurk in, or the darkest hallways to haunt. But for Boo, the darkness was a monster. He was sure, absolutely positive, that unseen things were hiding in it. "But Boo," the other ghosts would say, "you are the unseen thing hiding in it." Boo would just shake his head, his ghostly form shimmering with anxiety. He couldn't explain it. He was afraid of what he couldn't see, even though he himself was usually the thing people couldn't see. It was a real head-scratcher. This fear made his ghostly duties incredibly difficult. Imagine trying to spook the new family who just moved in. The plan was simple. Wait until midnight, float into the master bedroom, and moan sorrowfully. But as soon as the clock struck 12 and the last lamp was turned off, Boo would freeze. He'd hover in the hallway, peeking into the pitch-black room, his courage melting away like a snowman in July. He'd see a coat on a chair and think it was a crouching beast. A floorboard would creak, and he'd be convinced a bigger, scarier monster was coming for him. He'd end up spending the whole night hiding under a dusty old sheet in the attic, which was, ironically, very dark. One night, the mansion got a new resident. A little girl named Lily, who wasn't afraid of anything. She loved exploring the old house with her flashlight, which she called her bravery beam. The first night, Lily's parents told her to go to sleep, but Lily, being an adventurer, decided to explore her new room. She turned off the lights, clicked on her bravery beam, and started making shadow puppets on the wall. Boo, meanwhile, was having his usual nightly panic attack in the hallway. He was trying to work up the nerve to just float past Lily's dark doorway. He took a deep, misty breath and drifted forward, eyes squeezed shut. But he drifted a little too far and ended up right in the middle of Lily's room. He opened one eye and saw a giant, shadowy wolf snapping its jaws on the wall. Boo let out a terrified squeak, not a spooky moan, but a tiny, high-pitched eep. Lily stopped making her shadow puppet. She swung her flashlight around, and the beam landed right on Boo. There he was, a shimmering, translucent ghost, looking absolutely mortified. Lily didn't scream. She just tilted her head. "Are you a ghost?" she asked, her voice full of curiosity. Boo nodded, too scared to speak. "Why did you squeak? Did you see my shadow wolf?" "He's not real, you know," Lily said, demonstrating by making the wolf with her hands again. It was in the dark," Boo whispered. "I don't like the dark." Lily's eyes widened. "You're a ghost? And you're afraid of the dark? That's the silliest thing I've ever heard." She giggled, but it wasn't a mean giggle. It was a friendly one. "Don't worry," she said, shining her flashlight around the room. "See? Nothing there. Just my toys and my sock pile that looks a little like a mountain." Boo looked around. With the light on, the scary coat was just a coat. The creaking floorboard was just an old house being an old house. "The dark isn't scary," Lily explained. "It's just quiet. It's when your imagination gets to play. But sometimes," she added thoughtfully, Imagination plays a little too hard. That's what my bravery beam is for. She handed the flashlight to Boo. His ghostly hand went right through it, of course, but he could still make it float. "It's a bravery beam?" Boo asked, his voice wobbly. "Yep. It helps you see that the monsters are just shadows," Lily said, yawning. "And shadows are just silly shapes." From that night on, Boo and Lily became the best of friends. Every night, they would explore the mansion together. Lily would hold Boo's misty hand, and Boo would hold the bravery beam, its light cutting through the darkness he once feared. He learned that the spooky shapes were just suits of armor and grandfather clocks. The scary sounds were just mice scurrying or the wind whistling through a cracked window pane. He even started to get good at his job. He'd use the flashlight to create his own spooky shadows. He'd make a giant, ghostly hand appear on the wall, or make his own shadow grow 10 feet tall. He and Lily would giggle as they watched Lily's parents jump. He was still a little scared of the dark, but it wasn't a terrifying monster anymore. It was just dark. And with a good friend and a bravery beam, even the darkest night could be an adventure. Boo realized that his biggest fear wasn't the dark itself, but being alone in it. And now, he wasn't alone anymore. The ghost who was afraid of the dark became the bravest ghost in the whole mansion, all thanks to a little girl who showed him how to find the light. And they haunted happily ever after. Thanks for watching our story today. If you enjoyed Boo's adventure, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more fun tales. See you next time.